How many of you have ever cared for a loved one after being hospitalized? Maybe you've helped a parent to wash their hair after breaking a bone. Or maybe you've helped a grandparent prepare a meal after suffering a stroke. Whether you plan on it or not, many of us will serve as a caregiver of an older adult at some point in our lives. Older adults, or those considered 65 and older, make up 40% of the hospitalizations per year. This accounts for half of all healthcare spending in the U.S. It is really expensive to care for someone in the hospital. And that's where you, as a caregiver, come in. Our healthcare system increasingly relies on caregivers to provide complex medical care at home to shorten the length of stay in the hospital. But are caregivers ready to take on these responsibilities? Maybe you felt comfortable helping a parent wash their hair, but what about medication management or wound care or safely transferring someone from a wheelchair to the toilet seat? Maybe not so much. Caregivers report dissatisfaction with the education and skills training provided in the hospital, and in turn, they feel unprepared to safely care for their loved ones at home. This is a huge problem and can lead to costly readmissions to the hospital and potential poor health outcomes for the patient. The lack of proper education and skills training prompted the development of the Caregiver Hospital Assessment Tool, or CHAT. This screening tool works like a metal detector in the hospital. Based on a couple of questions, CHAT screens for caregivers' needs, much like a metal detector searches for metal objects. Healthcare providers are then able to meet the caregiver's specific needs by providing information or training before the patient leaves the hospital. For example, if a caregiver is unsure on how to safely transfer their loved one from a wheelchair to the toilet, maybe an occupational therapist will come in to provide a training on wheelchair management. Through my research, I will be evaluating the appropriateness of CHAT, meaning how relevant or useful do experts in the field of caregiving and healthcare think CHAT will be in the hospital setting. If CHAT is deemed an appropriate screening tool, we are one step closer to providing the much-needed education and skill training caregivers need to feel confident caring for their loved ones at home.